Evening everyone. Good to see some faces in the chat already. Just come and say hi if you haven't done so already. So I haven't done a live for a while, so I thought I'd just do one before Christmas just to catch up with you all. I know quite a few of you have emailed said you're going to watch the replay. Can you just let me know? I always have to check that you can hear me okay and hear the bass as well. So as I always say as well, there's a delay on the chat. It normally takes sort of like 30 seconds to come through, so I'll keep an eye on that. Hope you can hear me fine. I normally forget to unmute for these live sessions. Yeah, so it's coming up to Christmas. I thought I'd just refresh my latest video lesson that I did on Christmas rapping. That was a great suggestion. I know a few of you already in the chat were like that. So I thought, so what I did is I picked a main riff because it varies all the time. So what I'm going to do is show you another couple of variations on that you can kind of throw in. So I'll just go through that now. So yeah, so in the session I'm going to look at that, and then I'm going to quickly look at my Christmas medley. So the medley, I did that quite a few years ago. It's a medley of solo bass for carols. It's quite fun to play. Put that on here. Yeah, it's quite a fun one to play. But I'm going to show you some little tips that will help with the shifting, so you can play that one, okay, because it's all about the shifting on that. And then I'm just going to give you some updates that I've got for January that are coming up with the shed, and then I'll just leave it open if you've got any questions. So any questions that come up through the session, just put them in the chat. I'll look through that at the end, and then I'll give you a chance to I'll just check and see if there's any more. Okay, so I hope you can all hear me. No one's said anything yet. Well, it takes a while for the messages to come through, but hopefully you can hear me. So I'll just crack on, okay? So you might have watched the video. If you haven't, it's my latest YouTube video, Christmas rapping, fantastic bass line, quite a tricky bass line. So this is the main riff. Now, it's not that easy. I'll just play it for you slowly. Okay, so this one's a lot easier if you use open strings. I don't use open strings a lot on the electric, but this one's definitely easier if you're using these open A's and D's. So you really have to just work it out bar by bar. Okay. And then here, I just do a hammer on, okay? Alright, so for that first bar, the last two notes, play the G sharp and hammer on to the A. And then you're going to pluck the G sharp in the next bar, okay? So if you've got any of these fast bass lines and riffs, if you can get a few hammer-ons in, it always helps. Alright, guitarists use hammer-ons all the time because they're playing loads of fast stuff. So it helps because you don't have to pluck, obviously, every note. So it's a good way to actually kind of approach playing technical, especially 16th note grooves. So I do, you don't have to, you can do, but I do. Okay, so, and that's a short note first of all. Okay. Now I always used to find that one a little bit tricky coming down there. I don't know, I just used to think it was some different notes than that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I used to play. I had to work on that a little bit. So just get that. So I suggest that so this is in bar 2. The first 4 notes, you just get that down a few times. Because when you come to that, you're going to want that to be automatic because it's a little bit fiddly. Okay. That's okay then. Alright. So practice that bit at the beginning of bar 2. Okay, and then next bar. Alright, so it starts the same as bar 1. You've just got a slight difference here. You're just doing F sharp and G. Again, do a hammer on. So this is the D bar. The last 2 notes, pluck the F sharp, hammer on to the G, and then just play the next F sharp in bar 4, okay? Makes it a lot easier. Alright, and then that last bar is probably the easiest bar. Okay. what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play that a few times, loop that with the back in. So this is the standard riff really. When I looked at the original bass line, this is the riff that she plays most of all really. So let's go to play that. Alright, it's tough because of the tempo. It's really, really fast. There's a few key things. Make sure you play those short notes so you can really hear the difference. Okay, it makes it just a lot more funky. So I would just recommend breaking it down bar by bar, the bit I showed you, especially that little run at bar 2. Those bits, and then just play it very, very slowly. And maybe 2 bars at a time until you can comfortably play it at that tempo, and then you're just going to have to kind of speed it up. But when you're playing at the full tempo, your fingers just need to be able to play it automatically. So you need to get to the stage that your fingers know what you're doing, because it's kind of too fast to think it through all the time. So that's what I'd recommend. Get it under the fingers. That's what it means really, under the fingers, that it's going to almost do it automatically. You know where you're shifting, and that's going to help. Definitely help in a big way. Okay, so that was the main one that was on the PDF. Now there's what I've done, I've listened to the original bass line and just put a few more alternatives. All right, so this next one, this is alternative riff 1. So I'll just play it slowly. It starts the same. There's just some subtle differences really in is it in bar 3? So yeah, in all the bars apart from the first bar. So do it again. Okay, so I'll break that down. So the first bar, same. Okay, it's the same up to there. So it's the same halfway up to halfway through bar 2, and then we've got. Now I've even put a little join those 2 notes. The halfway through the bar 2, the B and the C sharp. So do that as a hammer on. So that's rhythm. Just even notes. All right, and you've got to pick up on that that E, the last note of bar 2. So that bar. All right, and that was landing back on the A at the beginning of the second line. Okay, I'll play those 2 lines. So, bar 3, I'll just go back to the old one, have a little look. Yeah, so you've just got an extra, if you look at bar 3 on the last beat, you've just got this extra. Now you can hammer on again the F sharp to G. Doesn't matter really, that one. And then that last bar, I'll just go back to the original one. So yeah, it's the original one. This one. Okay. So these are kind of subtle changes. So it's the same rhythm, just F sharp, E, C sharp. I'll play that second line. Alright, I'll just play that with the backing track again. Okay, so the bar the bar that really sticks out to me is that second bar because of that rhythm. It's quite different, okay? So that's a really nice change. So what I suggest you do is play, so from the PDF, the main PDF from the YouTube video, just play it through, but then see if you can put some variations in. You could even kind of improvise a bit and just come up with some different rhythms yourself. And so there's another alternative riff. So alternative riff number 2. All right, so this is slightly different again. Starts the same way. All right, so it's quite different at the end there. Slightly different rhythm here. So that second bar. So you've got a little breath after the third note. Alright, so practice that a few times. So that's halfway through the bar. And you're landing on the A of the next bar. I'll play that line. Alright, and then the next bit. Alright, it's the same thing but up a string. Let's look at the bar, the time before. Yeah, so it's the same thing but up a string. So from the second line, if you're finding that really difficult, leave out that first E and then just do. So you're playing B, hammer onto C, C natural, back to B. With the E. I'll play that again. Play the whole thing. It's quite nice at the end there. It's a bit more melodic. I'll just play that with the backing track. I really like that one. That's nice, that one. So it's a very fast bass line. There's no getting away from that. But if you just find that that's out of your reach, it's still good to work on these bass lines slowly. And don't worry if you just can't get it up to tempo at the moment. You can still use it as a kind of exercise really to work on different things. So I suggest you do that. So you can download the PDF from the original video. The intro as well. So basically I did a bit of a simplified version. I think I played this at the end of the video on a different take, but it's a really nice intro. Actually, that's you hold that C sharp, so like that. So it's really nice. So that's actually, if you look there halfway through that second bar of playing there, you've got a C sharp and an A on the bottom. Now if we play it in a different place, you've got A, C sharp. So that's a 10th, okay? Now a 10th is just that C sharp there. It's just a third up the octave. So if you had A and the major third C sharp, okay, just put the C sharp up the octave and play it with the A, okay, or just an open A. All right, it's much easier with the open A. But if you play it with the fretted A, then you can move it about. So any note there is 2 strings apart. that's just a tenth. It's the same. It's a major tenth, same as a major third. You can do the minor. Just drop that top note down because that's like the minor third. A minor third there or there. Okay, so A to C, up the octave. So that's a minor. So if you had a minor chord, you can just put that tenth in. But that's actually what's happening here. So, okay, it's a really nice sound there. Tenths are really nice because they're quite open. Because you've actually got, in theory, I know that you haven't got two strings between there, but it's quite high. There's a big gap. There's a big gap in the interval, okay? So it kind of works there. Alright? So again, hammer on. So just practice that. Alright, and then this slide. Something like that. Okay, so it's quite hard to notate or work out really exactly what's going on there, but I've kind of, so I kind of did, and then basically this E comes down. Okay, so you can just do you can do anything really there. You can kind of do it on the A string, and then just hit that E at the end. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's really the main bit. I wanted to show you that intro because of that tenth. Okay, so you can kind of go up chords. Okay, so I'm just going up. So there's a nice little step there. You can kind of almost like harmonize a scale. I'm just doing major, minor, minor. Okay. So they're nice tenths. Another thing you can do if you want to do the tenth. So that's quite nice. That's a kind of Jacko thing. So he kind of just does two chromatic notes before the tenth. It's quite nice to do there within the bass line or maybe at the end of the bass line. Okay. So that's definitely something that you can kind of pinch, this idea of using tenths. So yeah, oh yeah, so it's in the chat there, Bedbug. I'm sure I know who Bedbug is, but I don't recognise you from your name. I didn't realise. Yeah, so that's just what the tenth is. What you do, because there's 8 notes, just add for the third 8. How does that work like that? Yeah, so the 8th note is the octave, and then the second is equivalent to the 9th note, and the third is equivalent to the 10th note. So that's just why that's how you get those notes. How you get 13ths when you see on a chord is just basically that interval, but an octave higher. So that's how you kind of work out those numbers, basically. So yeah, just this really nice kind of open sound that you can get. Oh, it's Alan. Okay, hi Alan. Bedbugs, I like that. So yeah, there we are. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you, just to give you some more alternatives really for the Christmas rapping bass line. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm surprised I haven't kind of really clocked the bass line. I kind of recognise that brass bit. I kind of have heard the song before, but I just didn't really clock how fantastic the bass line was. So that was a really fun one to make. So I hope that's helped. I'll just go on to the medley. Okay, so this medley, I just picked a load of carols. Got some friends to make a backing track. This was, I think, 2019 maybe. That far back as that, I'm not sure. So why it's really good to play these ones, it's really great for technique, because they're very kind of scale-like patterns. So I just run through the carols. I put them in different time signatures, just put them in some fun time signatures. So the secret to this is where you shift. All right, so the first whole bit here, you can play in one position. Obviously I played that really fast, but you can see it's kind of just scale patterns. So what's that used? Yeah, so that's the Mixolydian idea, okay? But it's kind of just so it's in, the whole thing's in F minor. No, F. Sorry, this is F major here. So it starts in F major. So that's the first one. And then basically as you go through the PDF, so if you go on the website, on the Christmas website, I'll show you where that is in a minute if you don't know. I've put a new version there you can download, and I've put some shifts in. So you don't need to shift at all for these first two. You stay in the same position again. Okay. So that's in 6/8. You've got this. So once you start in the right place, you can kind of these do fall under the fingers, but then, all right, then you have to shift. So you can see there. So you start the first Noel the same on those there, and then I've put shift. Okay. So what I do is shift up to here. Alright, so these shifts are really important. So when I first I wrote this down, then I learnt it, I had to really kind of, in my mind, just work out where am I shifting. Because if you know where you're shifting, then you can get to the next bit, then you can play right up to the end of here without shifting again. So... And then the Sussex Girl. Okay, so that's all in one position after you shifted. Interesting enough, I wonder whether the Americans know the Sussex Carol. So I don't know whether that's just like a British thing or not. So you can maybe let me know in the chat. So you're on that F there, then you shift again. Okay, here. So you've got to shift again. So you kind of look at the fingering patterns. You've got 10 and 12, so you're going to be somewhere here. So that starts with the second finger. Okay, and then you've got to shift up here. Okay, and then shift back again to the same place. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So you shift there. So there's a fair bit of shifting here. Now this is all really fast, but you don't have to. There's a backing track actually on the video. It's video 69, I think. But you don't have to play it up to speed. Again, you can just work through this slowly. Okay, and then another shift here. And then this one's quite fun. It's in 6/8, but I've kind of messed with it a bit. So with the rhythm, and there's quite a cool drum beat. Okay, so that bar there. So if you look along the second line, second from last bar. Okay, so if you're used to working in 6/8, you'll know that there's kind of two clear beats, two dotted quarter notes in each bar. So I've written this kind of like 3/4 there. I haven't bothered putting. In a way, I should have put a 3/4 time signature, but I'm mixing it in. So I'm kind of mixing these rhythms. So. So I've just purposely kind of done a kind of slightly different rhythm there. I really like it when you kind of have this. So what happens? The drums are staying in 6/8, and you kind of have these three beats going across two. Okay, I'll just play it from the beginning. Alright, so that's a kind of quite a different version of that. I mean, I like all these songs. I used to play the trumpet at Christmas. I used to play the trumpet when I was younger, so I used to end up playing all these carols on the trumpet. So it's quite nice to play the tunes on the bass. Quite different. And then we shifted, and this is the hard one. So this one goes to D major. You got F sharp to C sharp. So starting your second finger there. And then this bit here, so I sort of messed that one up, but what it does is it goes. Okay, so it kind of goes down the scale. Next note. Next note. Next note. Next note. Okay, so that one's very, very tricky at speed. I remember I had to practice that one to get it right. I didn't really get it right there. But then that's just a pattern thing. But very, very fast, all right? What I'll do, so I wanted to kind of just refresh that really, if you wanted to play through it, and just really kind of show you how these shifts are so important, okay? I'll just play you the video of it. It's a couple of minutes long, or just a bit less than that. So just have a little look at that. Okay, so even I have to practice. So that took a bit of practice to do that ding dong bit correctly. So yeah, I found it was really fun challenge that. So you can find all of this stuff. I think I've put it. If I put it next, have a little look here. Why can't I go through there? I'm just trying to. Right, there we go. Bear with me 1 minute. Here we go. Yeah, so Christmas page there. Okay, so if you look at if you look on the home page of the website, you can just click a button and go there, or gbshed.com Christmas-25. Okay, so on that Christmas page, I've got this medley near the bottom. You can download, if you've got the PDF already, download the new one. It's got some different fingering patterns and the shifts and stuff like that, which might help on the tab part or the notation. So there's notation and tab. So some different bass lines on there, Christmas wrapping, all the bass lines that I've done so far. So I think there's about 6 different Christmas tunes. Okay, so you can kind of check that page out. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to record that medley. As I said, I'd probably need to practice a little bit if I wanted to just to play that again. But it's just trying to work out the pattern. That kind of pattern there, just working that out. Okay, so I'd have to take my own teaching suggestions and just run it really, really slowly again to kind of get that up to speed. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to really show you both of those, and then briefly I'll just chat about what's coming next year. So I've obviously got my membership, so it's great to see a few members in there. If you want to join the membership, just check that out on the website. So the theory workshops, I've been running a few of these workshops. They've gone down really well so far. So I've got part 3. So the idea, this is walking bass. So the idea that it is a theory workshop, but I also try to give practical applications of the theory that you're learning. I don't really want anyone sort of scared off by theory. So it's just trying to get you to understand the kind of theory behind different aspects or concepts of music. So this one's walking bass. So the 2 sessions are the 14th of Jan and 21st of January. So they're like an hour long. If you haven't been to them, they're like hour-long group Zoom sessions with replays as well. So you don't have to make them in person. If you are there in person, then you can ask questions, that kind of thing. But the replays are always up within 24 hours, so you can then check out the replays and then just download the PDFs and if there's any backing tracks or drum loops. So the early bird deal runs out this Sunday at midnight. So you can see the link there. But if you go on, again, the home page of gbshed.com, you can just click a button at the top and go through to this. So if you want the early bird deal, that runs out at midnight this Sunday. There's still a few places, but it's filling up. So I'm looking forward to that and doing some more. So I really enjoy these live workshops. So I'll be running a few more of those. If you've got any questions, by the way, just put it into the chat. And then my pure pentatonics course. So this has been like in the pipeline for about a year. And I've got someone keep asking me when the course is coming out, and now it's coming. So finally it'll be ready, and I'm just kind of editing it at the moment. So I think maybe around about the 9th of January. So this is just a whole video course on pentatonics. If you follow my stuff, then you'll know that I think that pentatonics are really handy for bass players. Chord tones and pentatonics really are the main things. So this is a whole course on pentatonics. So it's a video course. If you haven't seen any of my video courses, they're they're pre-recorded courses with PDFs and backing tracks, that kind of thing. So you can work through the courses at your own pace. So this is a 5-module course, 5 modules for 5 notes of the pentatonic. So yeah, that will be so watch out for that if you're interested in pentatonics, using it for kind of constructing riffs and bass lines and starting to solo as well. You know, just fundamentally for coming up with tasty licks and having a framework on the bass that you can use, that you know these notes sound great. You can kind of get away from just playing roots and fifths and octaves, that kind of thing. Give you some more note choices, really, just to kind of expand if you're getting creative with your bass lines. So that's coming out sometime around the 9th of January. And then also a new thing I'm running, which is called GBS Groove Gym. So the idea behind this is slightly longer than my theory workshops, 4-week workshops, 1 hour again. So I'm just going to focus on groove and rhythm, really. Some of you might have taken my rhythm mastery course, so there'll be some aspects, some crossovers from that. Now, what's really tricky, I think, running these workshops is trying to work out the right level. But once I've run the topic the first time, then I can always do, I think, in the future, a level that's one harder. So for this one, I would say this is the basics of good technique, using your technique and your sound, and also looking at different the basic rudiments of rhythm and how to use that to really groove on the bass. So you're this is a more fundamentals workshop, really. What I'll do is I'll do another workshop after this on the same. So I'm going to do more workshops within this series. So they'll just get the level will increase. So part 2 will be more of a deep dive into more specific areas of timing and placement, that kind of thing. So this is more general. We will deal with that in this first workshop, but you don't need to be any particular level to take this. So this is a new thing I'm trying out. So I'm going to be doing more of these live classes. So there'll hopefully be some different classes that you can choose from. So again, these workshops will be live. The Groove Gym ones will be live with replays again, like the theory workshop. So there'll be live group probably slightly smaller groups. So that, yeah, and then there'll be replays, so you don't have to attend every single session. It's great if you can, but then the replays are available afterwards. The only one, the middle one, the pure pentatonics, this is just fundamentally a pre-recorded video course. So I might offer a few live sessions around the course when I launch it, and I'll probably do a pentatonic kind of masterclass when I'm launching it as well. But this one is a straight pre-recorded video course. So I hope that's answered it. So yeah, all the other ones are Zoom calls. The Groove Gym and the Theory Workshop, they're Zoom calls. Okay, so I think the Zoom calls, I've been kind of experimenting a bit, but I think the Zoom calls are better for this kind of thing, because then you can kind of interact a bit more, basically. Although I can see you all in the chat here, but I think yeah, interactive of the Zoom classes is kind of slightly better. So that's what's coming. If you've got anything else, yeah, if you want to check out the Groove Gym, you can actually sign up now. Putting more, if you it's gbshed.com and then just g/gg, that will take you to the page. In fact, I might just put a few things in the chat now so you can click links. But that one I've just started. I'll put a bit more information on the main page. This will take you through the main page, and you'll see payments at the bottom. I'll put a bit more information on there as over the next kind of couple of weeks. But that is open for enrolment now. Let's just put that in the chat. So this is Groove Gym. Okay, so that one you should hopefully be able to. I don't know whether it's clickable or not, but anyway, you can copy and paste. So that's kind of really what I wanted to cover. Really, I just wanted to kind of I thought kind of wrap up the year. Also to say thanks to everyone for the support. It's been great building the channel up. I'm trying to get to 30,000. I probably won't make it in time for Christmas, but it's quite nice to hit those kind of kind of round numbers. But then maybe that'll happen in January. But if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. But it's been great. I've achieved a lot in 2025. So I've really enjoyed helping you all, meeting some new people and old people as well. So if you've got any questions now, just put them in the chat. I'll have a little look there. So I've seen a couple. Will you continue to do the features? Yeah, the backstories and bass players. Yeah, I'm going to do more of those. So again, on the channel, if you got any suggestions or email me, it's always good. Yeah, doing some more features. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention. So one of my other things I'm going to do is I've got I'm going to feature different blues bass players. There's so many of them from all different styles. People I haven't really covered before, like Roscoe Beck, for example. It plays with Robin Ford. Some kind of maybe some more slightly left field players that. Well, I mean, Roscoe Beck's mainstream, but he's not one of the first ones that spring to mind. Maybe some different players. So I'm going to be doing standalone little modular features on different blues bass players, and I'll just release them as a kind of a module at a time, and I can just kind of make more of those. So if you've got anyone that you really want me to look at, blues bass players, then by all means email me at info@gbshed.com. So after I've kind of launched these things, I'll be starting in February to focus on these blues bass players, and the idea is to get some backing tracks together with my mates that I did for the Walk the Blues and the British Blues. So I've got fantastic sort of drummers and guitarists on those, so put some nice backing tracks together. So the idea is a deep dive on the players, their style, and then give you an opportunity to kind of work on those aspects, because I really believe that if you want to improve, then just look at the greats, look at what they're doing. Each different kind of iconic bass player's got something different to offer. Maybe it's just like one technique or something they use a lot, and you can kind of absorb these into your playing and just use those as kind of tools, really. So I think most people, as they get better, are a culmination of loads and loads of different bass players. So I like the idea that there's a history of music just handed down, and you're picking up different skills. So that's the idea of that series, really, to kind of pick some main things that each of these players have, and hopefully give it to you and show it so you can use it when you're jamming and playing in a band. Yeah, you weren't subscribed. Yeah, so if anyone else didn't subscribe, then definitely do that. I'll just have a little quick through to see if I've missed anything. If you've got any other questions then put them in the chat now. If there's anything that, if you're watching this on the replay and you want to ask, I think you can probably leave a comment below the video and I'll see that, or you just email if you've got any questions. So that's info@gbshed.com. If you look on the website, I often put some details on the homepage of things that are going on at that time that you can click on. So, oh, the cricket, yeah, okay, yeah. Mike's is in Australia. By the way, Mike mentioned the cricket. My friend plays for the Barmy Army. He's the trumpet player. So if you see, I think there's maybe there's two, Finchy. So that's his job. He plays trumpet for the Barmy Army, so he's out there at the moment. So let's see if there's anything else coming through there. I think I've answered all the questions. Yeah, about the workshops, hopefully, and for Laurie as well. Whether these are YouTube, I think I've answered all those. I think that's basically it. So I don't think there are any more questions. So I think I'll just wrap it up and just wish you all a Merry Christmas. I've got loads more YouTube videos planned for the new year as well. And my members, I'll see you in the membership. Got some new things going in early in 2026. So I hope you all have a great Christmas. And like I say, it's been fantastic helping you out. It really. I love it. I love bass still. I love teaching. So there'll be plenty more coming. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all in 2026. Great. Thanks a lot.
Same guy called Halloween party, waited all night for him to show. This time his car wouldn't go. Try time home to celebrate in a quiet way. Unwind, Christmas right this time. And he has provided me with the world's smallest turkey, already in the oven, nice and hot. Oh damn, guess what I forgot? So on with the boots back out in the snow to the only all-night grocery. When what's my wondering eye should appear? The line is that guy I've been chasing all year. And this one alone, he said, to break this you've been crazy. I said me too, but why are you? You mean you forgot cranberries too? Then suddenly we laughed and laughed, caught on to what was happening. That Christmas magic's brought this tale to a very happy ending.